Shot 110 in the studio. Perfect pitch. Perfect pitch. I'm blessed. What can I say? Anyway, shot 110 here. It's kind of a bigger shot in scale as the rookie jumps over that railing and comes down the steps. So what I did was I set up a super rough one here. Had the rookie up there, the steps. I added some yellow legal pads and started to draw the stuff we needed. And this would be the railing upstairs. This is the railing going down the stairs. And then this part here is the floor, from the floor up above. So because it's a little more intricate, I made this so it can be cut out and then used as a stencil and put it out that way. I know the Cricut might have been a good way, but when things like this, like thin, long things, you just end up wasting paper for some reason. And this is not easier, but it's also kind of better because I can scale it with the actual models and things like that. And I don't know, this is how most of the backgrounds have been done right before we shoot, just to make sure that everything can fit into the shot. So keep you updated on this. It's going to be a little bit of an enterprise, I guess. Is that the right word? Probably not. But I think we'll get it done tonight. Hopefully. Yes. Hands in, kids. We're getting it done tonight. So I got the piece cut out. I can show you here. That's it. And then this is the opposite side of it, obviously. And I flip it over so I can trace it. You don't see the trace lines. But in order so it doesn't get all squirrely on me while I'm trying to trace in here, I put these little pieces of tape to hold it all in. And then I'm going to lay this down on top of it, like, close enough to it. And I'm going to trace in all there and have all that cut out as well. And then we will have ourselves a railing. So, all right, stay tuned for this very exciting process. Wow. Sorry, just one more thing that I've got to do is introduce you to our newest member of the crew, Ringo. What's up, buddy? He's yelling at me. I think he wants to come up on the table, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, he can hang out in the paper shelf if you'd like and just chill out there. Yes, he's very little and very curious, and I'm very nervous that he's going to jump up here and mess stuff up. Oh, there he is yelling again. What are you yelling at? Yeah, nothing. That's what I thought. So I thought, nothing. Anyway, the cutest little dude. See you later. Anyway, that's Ringo. All right, peace. Quick little pro tip for you. If you ever have to cut out like intricate stuff like this when everything else is going to be long and skinny, this cat is going to jump up here. He's making me crazy. Stop. No, stop. Stop. Anyway, there we go. Oh, somewhere to be. Somewhere better to be. Anyway, if you have to do intricate stuff, but everything else is going to be long and skinny, do the intricate stuff when you have the most surface to cut, because it's this way. If you cut all this out and try to do all this little stuff, it'll start bending and squishing and getting ruined. So there you go. Do all the intricate stuff first. I'll do this part here, and then these will be the last things I do because that's the least intricate. That was a longer thing than I meant it to be because of Ringo over there trying to sabotage the whole thing. I didn't even think of it. But hey, man, cleverer than I even thought I was. Anyway, hot tip, hot hand in your face right now. Just to show you real quick how, look at this guy. Look, oh, geez, get out of here. This isn't going to become a thing, bro. You can't do that. Oh, my God. Anyway, this is the final piece here. I think it looks pretty good. These little SE things look good. This one looks the best. These other ones are kind of clumsy. But other than that, I think it'll be okay. It'll work out. Yeah, now I just have to make the other stuff, which is not as intricate at all as this was. And set up the shot, and here we go. Oh, actually, sorry, one thing. These are the steps here. And you can't really see the definition, so I'm probably going to put a darker red strip on each one to show like the shadow of the step. I think that's what's going to make that look a little bit better. But anyway, other than that, we're on our way, I think. Geez, all these shots take way longer than I think they're going to. Every time. And I'm always surprised. Like, just, dude, everything takes a long time. Suck it up. That's how it works. It's been 4 years. Get with it. Yo, this is just another little update here. Just doing the the railing again, and I cut out a billion of these little things, well, give or take, and I'm gonna lay them all down here, and then I'm gonna take a skinny strip of tape, because if you see right here, they all kind of go up to the top, and I'll take a skinny piece of tape and just tape them down, and then they kind of stick off, some of them. I don't really know how that happened, but I will then just like trim those off, and it'll look like the gate. And what you can notice here, they start close together and kind of start spreading out. And that comes from up here. You can see because of the angle, they're close together and start spreading out. And so I'm trying to mimic that. I hope it works. A little optical illusion. And fingers crossed. All right, kids, I'll show you when the tape gets on, because that is a major, awesome, exciting thing. Let's go tape. 1, 2, 3, tape! Yo, it's time for the tape. I've already put one on. As you can see here, the top one is on there. And the bottom one I've just kind of placed on. I'll show you what I do. I've got this thing with the Cricut to roll out the stuff onto the sticky paper or whatever the heck. And so I use that, and I just kind of barely press down, but press down enough in order to get it all stuck. Whoop. And one thing that's happening is a little bend in it. That means I have to like take this part off just about to here, lay it back down, and then smooth it out again. That happens sometimes you're doing the roller, because it kind of rolls it in a certain way that makes it kind of grab a head, and then therefore pulls up like that. But I'm going to fix that right now, and I'll give you a quick update when that's done, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's boring, who knows. Yeah, okay, so here we got. Everything is ready to go. Essentially, I've got to add rock into it. But anyway, this is how we started. Just took the picture of him to use as a reference. Use that to make the room around him. And then, boop, that's the room we've got now. As you can see, here it is. And then up there, that's what we want it to look like. I had to remake the banister because it was the exact same as this brown there. And it just blended right in. And so hopefully this is going to work. You can see at some points, like these things get like kind of wonky and crooked and stuff like that. And although it's not done like extremely on purpose, it is done purposefully. I don't like fix that stuff because I really like the handmadeness of these backgrounds mixed in with the Cricut detailedness of those stuff going on top of it. So, all right, we're about to get this one going. I hope it won't take long. That usually is when it takes long. So here we go. Let's see how we go. Wow! Yo, remember when I said this will probably be quick, and then I said that's usually when it takes longer. Yeah, I realized something here. Okay. That's him running, right? And he jumps over this, and he's behind the floor and that railing. But see, I've got it all under this piece of glass, so I can't get him behind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use half of his leg, so it's going to look like he's behind this railing, then have him jump over it. But I'm also then going to just film the railing on its own on a green screen. And in an incredible long shot, I'm going to try to line it up over this railing in the actual shot and then have it look like he's running behind it. I don't know if that'll work at all. And if not, he'll be running in front of the railing. I don't know what to say. But anyway, that's something I just kind of noticed and was like, oh, man. Shot 110 here was a scene where everything pretty much was made in post, like the entire background. And it took just a lot of figuring things out, drawing, redrawing, and then as you can see, like making this railing and all of the little pieces that went along with that was something else. But in the end, I've got to say, I really love doing that kind of detail work. Even though it goes by so quickly, people might not see it. I just love doing it. Shot 110 in the books. The setup took a long time, but the actual animation was pretty smooth. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks really cool. But anyway, look, this is what we want it to look like. Up here, jumps down, does a couple steps. See, he grabs the wall, as you can see there, before he goes down. And then here's what we got here. Jumps down, grabs a wall. I gotta say, I love that jump. I am so stoked with it. You can see how his feet disappear behind the steps right there, because he falls down like kind of on the floor, and because we're looking up. we don't see the floor, so his feet kind of disappear. And so that's a shot. That's shot 110 in the books. Only 19 shots left, and we're done. This is crazy. So now I've got to cut out the shots, put them all together for the next 10, and then animate them. And that's the part that I'm always like, "Bleh." But anyway, got to get through only 19 more times. So hey, it'll be okay. All right, kids. Hope you're stoked on this one. I'm stoked on this one. Oh, we got to do the green screen. So I'll show you a little bit of that, I guess. I don't know. It's just a thing on green. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, green.